Why is this music so calm? Why is it so calm? It sure is calm. Something, something, something to start the stream, VOD. How's it going, VOD watchers? I've been doing okay. I'm sure at least one person in the world right now is watching this. Watching this VOD that only exists because I don't do the fucking countdown for my streams. How's it going, one person? Send me a DM. If you send me a DM that says, 30, 30, 30, scream, but, hey, Brett, how's it going? Hello there. Hello there. General Kenobi. A bald one. Kill him. And then, like, they like, activate their things, and he's like, bzzow, bzzow, bzzow. And then he's like, oh no! You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I gotta get rid of all shrill ducks. One bit. Okay, here's why you have the bit limitation, so I don't have my whole fucking activity feed filled with bits. Can I turn this one off? How do I do the filter? Filters! What are they called? They're called cheers. So why is there no thing called cheer? Ah! Bits? Is it just bits? I don't want to lose all my bits. I want to lose the cheer bits. Oh, well. Oh my god. Hello, everyone. Chemistry Nick, Moonside Princess. Yeah, wow, y'all are early. God damn. Okay. I've returned from the ads. Hello, not some random developer. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. Today's gonna be a short-ish kind of stream. I got a thing in 2 hours, so we'll see how that goes. We're doing more development on my thing, my plugin to make eventing a bit easier. I've turned off the movement of the Godot window in my stream interface. So let me know what you think about that. I think having the window fly around a lot was really fun, but it makes it hard to track things. And I think a better solution is just move it a little to the left, and then that way you can see all the important inspector stuff right here without getting cut off by chat. And then you don't really need to see any of the file system stuff because I'm usually not tinkering with that. And then you can see the node stuff right here. So yeah, that's my new setup. Though I will say I kind of like the Godot window moving around because it makes my stream feel much more, I guess, flashy and interesting. You come onto this stream and you see this thing flopping around left and right. You're like, oh, whoa, that's kind of cool. But now that's static, it's just like every other stream with a static, unmoving window. So I wonder if the way I could make it so I incorporate some 3D perspective to my my window, my Godot window here, to make it look interesting when people clip in. I don't know. But yeah. Hellos. D's nuts. Oh wow. I read that as I was thinking D's nuts from D. Okay, cool. All right, awesome, sick, amazing. Here's the conundrum, right? Things are very, very difficult because of the... Oh, hey, Tony, how's it going? Things are very, very difficult because of the fucking undo redo system. Holy shit, is this tough? I wasn't thinking about it, but like having undo redo support in my plugin makes things so much more complicated because I need to be able to handle undo redos while the window is number one closed, or maybe it doesn't even exist. The undo redos need to like work for as long as the original object we're modifying exists, which can be forever basically, because if you just have the scene open like this is the object. So even when I click away, the dialogue is destroyed, but this object still exists. And so I need to be careful, and I need to find a way to manage that. And so I think one solution would be to have it all based on data and then call a function that responds and then refreshes the tree. But that's kind of shitty. I don't have to like rebuild the tree every time. Yes, thank you for writing this down, Photogenic. I appreciate it. But yeah. So my idea right now is instead of storing the tree items directly into the undo redo callbacks, I'm going to have representations of them using these element holder classes I have in GDScript. I can zoom in for y'all so you can see a bit better. I'm also writing GDScript in VS Code because goddamn, writing GDScript in Godot is a hassle. That is a hassle. Holy shit, I know, right? This week's been going by so fast. No note emoji for you, Bread. Yeah, it'd be like that. Happens to the best of us. But yeah. Thank you. So yeah, so right now my problem is, here's an undo redo setup for when I move a tree item here. Now, the issue is this tree item is not guaranteed to exist. It might be deleted, because what will happen is I'm going to have the ability to delete elements in this list. So I can move this element, I could delete it, and then move some other element. When I hit Control-Z, it's going to recreate that tree item. But the recreated tree item from the redo is not going to be the same reference to the tree item that's stored in the other undo redo step. So therefore, I can't keep a reference to these tree items, as convenient as that would be. So instead I have to find a way to re-reference the new tree item, which I do by using this representation of element holders. And then I need to find a way to reconstruct them and delete them. So it sucks to suck, I guess. Okay. So let's get started with that. So what I did off stream is I made it so, I know y'all really can't keep track of what I'm doing. I move too fast, but I'm still going to talk about it anyway. What I did off stream is I removed the movement of the items from the entries tree right here, and I moved it to all work within the signal response. So the signal response is right here, and now instead of doing all this and then not committing the action, I'm going to have to apply it in the do method, then actually commit this action. If I said that's a true, it'll actually run add do method right when I commit the action. Does that make sense? Is everyone on board? Do we got what's going on here? Thanks. Cool. Awesome. Oh. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing I need to do is to switch the metadata from the what I call holder elements to, instead of being the array, be this thing that wraps around the array. Did you know that you can cool yourself to negative 459.67 degrees Fahrenheit and still be okay? Ugh. Well, I'd be okay. I could be okay at any temperature because my body is so fucking hot. But yes, maybe not an amateur, but I could do that. I could do that. I mean, if you cool yourself to 0 degrees Kelvin and then unfreeze yourself instantly, I think you'd still technically be okay, as long as, I don't know, because you could, like, your status as a frozen being at 0 Kelvin would remain perfectly frozen in time or something like that. I don't know, like you wouldn't lose the data from your body deteriorating from being frozen or cold or something. I don't know. I'm not a freezy expert. Okay, let's go find all the instances where I use metadata. Okay, that's not what? Oh, because these are looking for whole words. All right. And this is an add dialog, so we don't care about that. So we care about this. I need to set the root to not have the top level array, but rather a reference to the original object and its property. So that's going to be a hassle. I should probably do that on open. So on open, let's go ahead and get this. This is called here. And then this is passing the edited object and edited property. But what I want to do is actually pass these separately like this. And then I'll go back in here. Edited object. Edited property. String. As long as water in your body didn't explode your inner organs, it would work. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's instant. Instant ramen noodles. Top level array. Do I care about this at all? It's set in here, but I don't think that matters. But like, what if you change the array type? Then I need to be able to handle that, I think. God, there's so much hair in my eyes today. Fuck, oh, damn. Okay. All right. This is such a hassle. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of top level array. I don't need it. I don't need it. As convenient as it is, I don't need it. Set array type using the edited object dot get edited property. Now I feel like that's gonna leave a lot of room open for errors in the future, but I think it's fine. And then this needs to be an array. Argument should be an int, but is a string. What? What? Oh, because this is set to an array. This should be an object. Okay, there we go. And then you do the same thing for this, but I'm gonna set the metadata to be a, what did I call this? Where is it? It's element holder. So root element holder dot new. And then I can set that to edited object and then edited property. Instant noodles are freeze dried, so we would have to boil the water away using vacuum. Oh, I see. I see. And that's why it doesn't work as well with a human, because you can't really boil a human with the water's away. I mean, you could, I assume eventually. How do you boil the water? Oh, I guess, how would you boil the water out of the noodles though? Wouldn't it just be like dry noodles? I don't know, I guess you can't boil it in like a pan. You'd have to, I don't know. Identify root element holder not known. Do I have to do element holders dot root element hold? Like, how do I access this class right here? Do I have to do class name? What is this called? Psi super array interface, I guess, and then element holders, and then this dot this, and that'll work. Perhaps, maybe, no, come on, why not? Now, sometimes VS Code is not that great for handling the errors from GDScript, so I kind of have to like go back and reload these sometimes. Parse error. Okay, so definitely I'm getting the parse error here. If I go back here, does it still exist? Yeah. Wait, no? Oh, look, it went away. Okay, cool. Oh, my throat is so dry. I'm ready to be freeze dried right now. Ugh. Okay. Let's see. So that sets that up. Now I have a reference to element holder. Now I need to use set or just metadata. So metadata is set here. No, it's set here. So I need to create a new metadata, or do I? Crap. Because I also need to use this for another place when I create something. I don't know if I want to crap. This is going to be really difficult. I might not have these emotes, but I have... What the hell are those? Clayman Blebble. How, you can get... There's a butt. He's shaking it. Oh my god. Is that the next emote I do? A goober shaking its ass? Finally. That's what we've always wanted. Let's see. Element holder. Yes, do it. We'll see. We'll see about that. Element holders dot... this isn't gonna work. Element property? What? I have too many things open. It's giving me hell. Okay, this will be an element holders dot element holder, and that's gonna be set to the metadata right there. And then in here, we create a new psi element holders dot what? What do we put in here? We put in the sub element holder. Oh my god, are you serious? I can feel my nose dripping. Okay, let me blow my nose. Give me a second. Oh, I see. I see. The water turns instantly into steam instead of water. Interesting. Huh. Did you or did you not sneeze? I did not sneeze. I did not sneeze. Blowing my nose does not count as sneezing. I promise you. That is the rule. That is the factual rule that everyone knows. You didn't know that? Well, it sounds like a skill issue. I knew that. Okay, I need a path here. Oh, I need the index for the path. What did I miss? Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. No, nothing's going on. Everything's cool. Best viewers on streamaboo.com. Remove the space. Oh, thank you for the first message. Let me go ahead and how do I ban again? Mod actions. That's not a mod action. Do I click on their name? What? How did I used to be able to do? I figured this out instantly the first time. I almost pinned their message. Oh no! Oh no! How do you do it? I don't know. How the fuck do you do this? I am so confused. I am bad at Twitch. When you're bad at Twitch and it'd be like Twitch time, in before some fucking person's like, make me mod, and it's like, well, shit, fucking no. Just because I suck doesn't mean you get to suck worse than me. I don't know, is it just block? No, here it is. It's this fucking icon. Ban. Oh, I did it. Guys, I did it. What did I miss? Moonside, you didn't miss anything. Don't you worry. No, this is wrong, because I just want to give it the thing. Like, give me this, give me this. These should just have the element as the metadata. That's fine. I only need the metadata to be that object for the ones that hold things. That's why they're called the element holders. Okay. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about that just yet. But why is this having issues? An issue value not declared. That is because I need to create it. Let me go ahead and do that. Get edited property. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is gonna be kind of a boring stream. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, fellow humans, but it is what it is. I mean, I really want to get this plugin done, because then it's gonna make my workflow for making levels so much fucking faster. It's gonna make things so much faster. I can't even handle it. We are you all are the best viewers. You're my goodest viewers in the whole world. I appreciate it. I learned that from Dr. Stone. Oh, I remember Dr. Stone. I'm not gonna talk about spoilers, so I won't talk about what I didn't like about Dr. Stone, but we're not gonna worry about that. Patrick Fingernails. What's that? Press GGG. Buenas tardes by Valorous. Greetings, how are you? We don't use any other greeting but greetings in here, I'm sorry to say. I am so sorry to say. Let me know if my shit's lagging, by the way. I feel like every time I look over at my OBS, it's like frozen for a frame. Or like not a frame, but like a second, and then it starts again. And that kind of thing makes me upset. Like, there's a streamer I would watch that would freeze like every fucking like 5 seconds. And it's like, oh my God. Oh, it's so painful. Don't let me become that. Don't let me become that. Valorous, are you trying to kick down the fence? No, you don't need to do that. Say, hey, chill. Oh, shit. I've never seen the entire fence get obliterated like that so fast. Oh, no. Oh, see, if I do it like this, it looks like I'm looking up at it. Oh, no. Y'all have escaped containment. World, right, this is a moment in history. Take a picture. I got it this time. Let's go. Okay, let's see. So for my thing, I need to make it so the item moved from index to index. This all makes sense, I guess this makes sense. Actually. Okay. Wait, no. Oh my God, is this too hard for me to do on stream because I need to like think without talking? Now I'm good. Beat that fence and just finish a session of Antistasi in Arma 3. What the fuck are you saying? Antistasi in Arma 3? What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? This is hard. Okay, so let me think about what needs to be done with this do method. I first need to move the tree items, which might not be the same references, so I can't have those be what's being moved. So let me go to this signal here and change these away from tree items, because item moved just can't exist. From parent needs to be an element holder. So let me go ahead and open that. Element holders. Sci element holders dot element holder. Element holder. And then same thing for to parent. Okay. I wonder if there's the way I should make it so that these can get to... Well, I could figure it out by having a reference to the tree, maybe. Oh, thank you for the bit, Shrill Duck. How's it going? Did you appear? Did the bit come down? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, no. A game mode for AIMA 3. And I still don't know what AIMA 3 is. Armor 3 and Arms... What do these things mean? Moonside's just singing. How about being a rebel and fight for freedom against an occupant faction and an invading faction? Ah, you ate the bit? Sherlock, those are not for eating. Those are for kicking around and knocking off the edge. That's a glizzy. Like, I could go for a glizzy right now. Okay. Let's see. Arma 3 is a military simulation. I see. Is a bit crystal taste, isn't it? Anyway, okay, so we're gonna do from parent to parent. So now I have this thing, so I can't omit this. And I do old parent get metadata 0, and then new parent get metadata 0. Okay, so that'll give me the objects to reference for this information. And now we go back here, and it's like, actually, set array type is incorrect. And it's like, well, frickin', who cares? I guess that makes sense. How do I get a reference to this array type and like store it forever? Because I don't want to do it on this. I want to have a way to represent it. But how the fuck do I do that? Because GDScript doesn't have a representation of types that can be both the built-in classes or the script classes. Why, GDScript? Why? Your goober almost became array. What is it? It's absurd. How far are you in Dr. Stone? Do you watch the anime or read the manga? I watch the anime. I only watch anime for everything because I want my first time experience for things to be animated, right? And array. Your goober almost became a sim. What does that mean? What the hell does that mean? If the bit fell into my goober, then it was gone. Oh. I'm sorry that happened. Anyway, how far am I? I didn't like what happened at the end of season 2, so I stopped watching after that. But please don't write any spoilers in chat, because I don't like spoilers, and I don't want anyone else to be spoiled just because even if they're more interested in the show than I am. But yeah, that's all. That's all. Boom 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 boom. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. After that becomes interesting. I've heard the complete opposite, honestly. I've heard that Dr. Stone gets kind of worse, and that's why I've been kind of scared to watch more of it. So, I was like, if I don't like this, and like, surely if it's gonna get worse than this. BRB. Okay, have a good burb, Moonside. I mean, I promise you're not gonna miss much. Okay, so for the add dialogue, this is exclusive to this dialogue, which means it should be safe to assign this type once, which is happening on open. So I should just have a reference to the type. So I should just fuck it and say, let's create a new element of dialogue. We'll call it I don't know, type or script maybe? Or I guess I'll call it object class or script.gd. And so this can be a representation of that object class or script. Oh my god. Extends ref counted. Okay, and this needs to be a tool. These all need to be tool scripts. No, so let me give it a tool script for that. Let me get a tool for all of these. Does this one need to be tool? Do all these classes need to have a tool thing? I think they might all need to have the tool. Let me try. Oh, wait. Let me see. Let's put the top of the script before extends and class name. Okay, I guess they don't. And then this is going to have a variable for the script. So var script is going to be script equals null. And there's going to be var. What is going on here? I hate this fucking counter for my combo thing. I just want the fire. And then I could turn it off, but script, and then what is the representation of the class object? What would that be? Isn't it just a name? I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure. So I'm just gonna leave that blank for now, but I have a constructor, so func init array, I guess? Array, so this is going to be the I don't know, it's just I guess array, or I guess I'll do typed array. Typed array. Does that make it? I guess I'm gonna assume that's passable. If typed array is not typed, is your game going to be playable on a smart fridge? It should be. I would assume smart fridges have OpenGL support. If they don't, then what would, you know? So I don't know. It should be. It could be. Let me look that up. Can smart fridges run OpenGL games? Can this game run on my smart fridge? No. In most cases, smart fridges are not designed to natively run OpenGL games. Oh, I guess not then. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think I'll be able to run the game on the smart fridge after all, Shrillduck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I need to put a block after this. Push error must pass typed array to object class or script constructor. Okay, so I guess we'll get the script first. So var, I guess we just do it like this. Script equals type array get. So here I get the class name or the script. Okay. If script equals null, then var class name. I guess it's a used keyword, so I can't do that. Wait, but I can do it here. No, I can't, because it's get underscore class name. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Shrillduck. I wish I could do better. I just can't. Maybe I do name. Godot class. We'll just do it like this. Can I assign null to string? Is that chill? Is that cool? I'll do type array get class name. Is this? Oh, wait. What's happening? Can I assign null to string? I knew it. And what's this? Member script redefined from original of native class ref counted. Oh, okay. Godot script and then Godot class. All right, and then this needs to be reassigned here. Ba-ba-dum-bum-bum. If this is empty though, and then we push another error. Push error must pass type array with subtype that is an object. Yes, that should make sense, I guess. Okay, so now we have a representation of an object class or script. So I should probably give this my namespace. What do I call this? Super array interface. Sci object. There we go. Okay. Cool. Now I can store this in here, so I can do. So I can get the type that we're working on. Thankfully, what just happened? What did I just do? Whoa! You ever hit the controls in and like flips you somewhere and you're like, whoa! Don't do that. Can I just use type here? Is that a loud keyword? It exists. I promise you. Godot loaded in. Thank you, Godot. Now when I come back here, it's gonna work, right? It's totally gonna work. I promise it'll work. I promise it'll work. There it is. Object class or script new, and then we get this object, and that will give us all the data we need. Okay, and then we can set the array type using this type object instead of whatever the hell that is. So set array type is now going to take a type of sci object class or script, and so that way we can do type dot script here. Script. Oh, it's Godot script. Okay. So script variant is null, or it's not a script we return. I need to be able to handle a built-in Godot class type being passed here instead of just this script. So that's I don't. I'll do that later. I'll have to do here. To do handle being passed built in Godot class. There we go. I'll even give it a new line just to give it some room. Godot script. Okay. What's next? What is next? Wait, this should be correct. The VS Code really is so slow with updating on the errors. I don't know why. Okay. What's next? Now I need to do the same thing up here, I think. So this is set to just a variable called type. So I put type right here, maybe. Wait, where is this being passed? Oh, if add dialog is already existing, we can update it. All right, yeah, that makes sense. Now we have the type. We have the type, and that's good. But now we need to do some bullshit. Hooray. Hooray. Okay, wait. We can do this. We can do this right here because I have references to all of these things. So I need to create a new element given the metadata information from this onSelected. So this is always going to be on the root node. So I know that for a fact. So I can do, or is it? For now, it can be. For now, I just want to get this working. Edited. No, I need root. Where's my root? Entries root. Let's do dot get metadata. Root holder is going to be equal to that. Okay, so I guess I'll have a reference to root holder in here. That's not great because root holder can also be deleted. Okay. And if I have a reference to root holder in this lambda, does that keep it alive? I don't know how this works. This is really fascinating. Is there another thing besides add do method? We have do method, do property, do reference. Register a reference to an object that will be erased if the do met history is deleted. This is useful for objects added to the do hist action or moved by the undo action. Wait, whoa. What? Register a reference to an object that will be erased if the do history is deleted. What? So, okay. If we undo, it's adding a child. We'd get rid of that. This is weird. This makes so much sense, but this is some weird shit. I don't really understand it. I guess it makes sense because if the object is reference counted, it will be unreferenced. Otherwise, it will be freed. Do not use for resources. Okay, but I'm using a ref counted, not a resource, so that should be fine. Okay. This is like the perfect system for this. It's just difficult because I'm not sure. The root holder is always going to exist regardless of these. So do I just pass it to all of them? Because that way there'll always be a reference to root holder until it's gone. Then what does root holder have that I need? Because I need root holder to be its life to be dependent on the original object. And the original object is always going to live. So if this gets deleted when the original object is deleted, that'll keep it alive for the whole thing. Oh my god, this is the kind of thing I was concerned about. If I was writing this in Rust, this would be not a problem because I'd have a clear and like very well documented way of how the memory is going to be managed. But here it's a bit more complicated because I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work. I don't know. I think my subscribers just went down. 15 subscribers. Wasn't it 16? I don't know. Who lost their subscription? Was it you, Photogenic? Is today finally the day where you don't have it anymore? I hope it isn't the case. I believe in you. I can't believe I noticed that. Because it's like a big number right there that says subscribers, sub points. Okay. Like, also, I don't know how sub points work. I thought you keep the sub points when you, like, lose the subs. Because, like, the sub points are, like, permanent. What do I gain with sub points again? Don't I get, like more emotes? Wait a second. Should I be spending sub points to get more emotes? I remember that being a thing, right? Like, I get 10, and that way I can get another emote. Unlock progress. Get 20 sub points. Reward +1 standard emote slot, +1 animated emote slot. Oh, I did get another emote slot. I was okay. I'm not crazy because I noticed that I had only 5 and now I have 6 and I just in my head I was like, wow, I didn't realize I still wasn't using my bonus animated emotes. But that makes sense. I now have another. That's how we got the note emote. Oh, that makes okay. I see indeed. But if you lose sub points when you lose subscribers, what's the point then? Like, why would that be 2 separate distinctions? Wouldn't you just have like that sub number represent what the, I don't know, like how much the thing is, like how you get your unlocks? I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. Was it me? I don't know. Sub for 1 month following since 2020. I don't think so. Nope. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's not that important. I'm just curious about like how it works, about how the inner workings of Twitch and how they function, because I've been curious. 'Twas me. Photogenic, no! Damn, you have 999 plus messages on this, like, on me already? What the hell? Photogenic, no! It's so Jover, dude. Well, it was fun while it lasted. I hope you enjoyed your last... Was your last emote the notes emote? It was. Oh, that is wild. Well, now Valorous can dab on you. What sucks about that is that when you're subscribed, you can't get the gift emotes. Even though you were here when fucking what's-his-face was just handing out gift emotes for days, Lion Barrel couldn't give you one because you already had one. I wish they could stack a bit. Like, if everyone in chat already has one, they should start stacking for other people in chat. Or maybe it's better to do it with people who are following anyway. Valorous is flexing right now. It'd be like this. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Okay, top level array. I know how to get this. This is just the root holder. So I guess for this, add do method, add undo method. Both of these are gonna require the root holder. So maybe I just add this reference to both. Indeed, I can flex and take notes. I can't get the animated emotes from the aura I farmed. Yeah. I wish you could. I mean, isn't there like an unlock for it to choose an emote? I remember someone telling me this doesn't work. So maybe it doesn't work, or was that just because Twitch chat was lagging that day? I don't know. But I also hate how they're limited. I just wish it was an ability I could give everyone all my emotes. You know what I mean? You know what I freaking mean? Anyway, enjoy your ad, Photogenic. Money! Where's Photogenic? I miss them. You can't unlock emotes because it's all animated. You can't unlock animated emotes? Oh. Well, then what's the point? What? I only want to make animated emotes. What the fuck is up with that? That sucks. Oh, I'm sorry. God, alright guys, I mean, if I make more static emotes, I just put them as free ones anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I just like animated emotes. That's where I shine on account of the fact I suck at drawing. But if you give something movement in 3D space, it looks really professional. And so that's why I live in a 3D world. That is why I live in a 3D world. Let me go ahead and make a function for this. Where is this? Element holder. Let's create func get array. And that's gonna pass an array. And then I do return modifying object dot get property path. I should probably do something where I check whether this is like alive or not, but that's the thing for future me. That's a feeling for me if I can figure out how to replicate an error that uses that. Well, suck. It's not my fault. I don't control it. Sucks to suck. Could be worse. Could be a YouTube streamer where you don't get like any emotes that are animated, and then also you can't do any API stuff that easily. So actually I am still peeking whether you like it or not. Okay, so let's get this. Push back, pop back. Now we're still dealing with tree items though. Because of this entry's root. I guess entry's root is almost always guaranteed to be alive, but it might not be because we could delete the dialogue and this wouldn't exist. But it'd still be running on this. So what I should be doing is getting and checking reference to entry's roots from within the functions and making sure that works. So apparently the only place I need to do that is, well, let's also add element item here. That's a function inside of this context. So I need to check if side dialogue is even alive to begin with. Okay. But besides that, I only need to do this if it is alive. So can I do like self is like deleted is freed? I don't know how to check if self is valid. That's difficult. Do I just add a reference to the do history for self? That might be the move. But then it says don't use it for resource. This isn't a resource, it's a node. Oh, does that still count? Ugh. Here's the other solution, is I just make it so the dialogue is always alive from the moment you open up Godot, instead of recreating it every single time. Do I do it that way? Is that the smart way of doing things? I think it could be. I don't see why not. I assume that's how other dialogues work. Okay. I think I should make that guarantee. That'll make my life so much easier than doing all this. And if I make that guarantee, then I can also... I still can't guarantee that tree items will be alive, but I can at the very least guarantee that the tree list will be alive for me to get things from. So I'm going to go ahead and design it that way. So right now, if I go to the property, what happens is we create the dialogue if it's null. And I still want to do that here, but I also need to do, instead of adding it as a child to this property, it needs to be added as a child to the editor itself. So how do I do that? Let's find out. Godot, how to add dialogue to Godot editor plugin. And this is of course not going to give me anything. Of course it's not. So I have an editor plugin class though. Like if I go to this, I can do editor plugin, and this has a shit ton of functions I can use to find things. What I'm looking for is basically just a control that I can add to the editor itself. And I wonder if the way to do that is to do, here's add custom type, add control to container. But what's container? What does that mean? Add a custom control to a container. See custom control container. There are many locations where custom controls will be added to the editor UI. Please remember that you have to manage the visibility of your custom controls yourself and likely hide it after adding it. When your plugin is deactivated, make sure to remove your custom control with remove control from container and free it with node queue free. Okay, but what is this int value right here? How do I find where all these like container ints represent or what they do? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's try that again. I guess this brings me back here. Add tool menu item, add tool sub menu, add undo redo inspector hook callback. Whoa. Tool menu item. But I think we just add export. Jeez, there's so many options for plugins. Godot is so cool. But I think I just do add control to container. And then I just need to Google this function to find all the container ints. So is that going to be in here on the Godot page? Nope, of course not. Okay, add control to container. Oh, here's a Facebook page. People still use, that is crazy to me. You're cool enough to use Godot, but you still use Facebook. If I use add control to container from editor plugins, okay, just free the control node and exit tree. This, what, huh? No. I could have sworn there's like better places to add controls. I don't understand why it's not documenting these locations for these containers. Like, do I just set it to container 0 and not worry about it? But as a custom control container, see enum custom control container. Okay, I'm an idiot. It did document it. It's right here. Custom control container. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Oh, and here's all the options: toolbar, container, spatial editor menu, spatial editor, side left, side right, editor bottom, editor menu, side left, side right, editor bottom, inspector bottom. Setting tab left, setting bar tab right. Okay. Tab of project settings dialog to the left of the other tabs. That's pretty cool they can add settings tabs. I guess I've seen that before. But for these, I gotta think of something that's gonna always exist, right? And so, container, canvas, editor menu is looking pretty nice. The toolbar that appears when the 2D editor is active. But I want something that's always active, right? Main editor toolbar next to play buttons. I guess that was the move right there. Container toolbar. I hope me putting something there doesn't too fuck up with everything else. What am I saying? Okay, so there I'm going to go ahead and do... I need to reference this editor plugin, but I don't have that because I only passed the editor interface. Cool. Let's go ahead and... But then I want to reference... Here's what okay, let's have a reference to this plugin everywhere, and then I'll do the creation of the dialogue in here. So this would be var dialogue is sci dialogue equals null. Yeah, and then we can create a function. So func create dialogue if it doesn't exist. Oh, that's a good function name. I love that. That is just fantastic on my part. And then we gotta get a reference to this. And put it up here. And then we gotta grab all this right here. And then we'll get the plugin reference later. To do plugin ref. Okay, and then we'll put it right here. Dialogue hide, add child dialogue. But instead of add child dialogue, we do add control to container. Add control to, or do I want to do to bottom panel? But that would make a button, right? And I don't want to do that. So I'm going to assume this has like a text associated with it. Yeah, there's a title. Add control to container. And then what is it? Custom control container dot. I want toolbar, I believe, right? Yes. So toolbar dialogue. Okay, why doesn't it like this? Should be control, but is a side dialogue. Is a dialogue not a child of control? Oh no. Wait, what is side dialogue? Dialogue. This is a window. And then a window isn't a child of a control? There's no way, right? It isn't. It's a viewport. Crap. Okay. But I mean, that's fine, right? I could just make that, I could just put a blank control there and then add that window as a child of that. That's just kind of a little scuffed though, you know? Var, I guess I'll have it saved here. So var dialogue holder control equals null. And then we'll also here do if dialogue does not equal null, we'll return. And then this will be dialogue holder when creating a new control here. So dialogue holder control dot new, and then we'll add that here. But before we do that, we're also going to do add child dialogue, and there we go. And then we'll also have another function called func destroy dialogue if exists. Okay, remove all the other shit. We don't need any of this. We just need if exists. But if it isn't existing, so if dialogue equals null, we return here. But if it doesn't equal null, what do we do? I'll tell you what we do. I think we just do remove control from container, same thing, and then we could just queue free dialogue holder. So queue free, and then that's equal to null, and then dialogue. And this dialogue's gonna be killed because it's already a child of dialogue holder, so we don't have to queue free that. I believe. That's just a theory though, a game theory. Thanks for watching. Okay, and then what's next? We destroy this in here, and then that should be good. I don't see any problem with that. Okay, and then we need to have a reference to this plugin, so let's go past this instead of the editor interface. So assign new plugin. This is going to be the plugin, so editor plugin. So because I know I'm not using the editor interface till like way later, I think. So I think it's okay if I just pass the plugin around here. Plugin equals plugin, and then I pass the plugin into here. So sci property, we go in here. This is going to be plugin sci editor plugin. Same thing right here. Plugin sci editor. Oh fuck! What the hell? Editor plugin, and then plugin equals plugin. Okay, and then I pass that right here. Plug it, and then I go to on open to do the same thing again. Plugin sci editor plugin. And then this is, do I store a reference to this at all? Maybe? I don't know. I guess not. I guess I use it right here. So where's the error? What was I doing before? No, I am storing a reference to it. Look at that right there. Editor interface. Okay. Plugin equals plugin. Oh, plugin, Psy Editor plugin. Who's kicking? Who's kicking? Valorous! Stop kicking around. There's nothing to kick anymore. I know, okay? We just can't kick anymore. So now we do plugin.get editor interface. All right, there we go. All of that just to do that. And then where do I open this dialog? I do it within the inspector plugin. No, I do it in the editor property, right? Oh, I don't know. Okay. Invalid argument should be, no, this is incorrect. I need to go back to Godot to refresh. Yeah. Refresh all your shit. Okay, now I come back here and this is good. Yeah, I know it is good. I know it's good. Now I have the plugin ref here. That's what I'm looking for. So I need to do plugin.create dialog if exists. And then what I should do? Because I need to pass a reference to the dialog now. What is this? The editor interface? No, it should be the other. There we go. Thank you. Let me get some doc comments so these look a bit nicer. And then if this is not equal, we'll return dialog. And then we'll also return dialog right here. There we go. And that's going to return side. Okay, perfect. Returns the side dialog if it doesn't exist, one is created and added to the editor. Yeah! I'm a serial kicker. I want things to kick. Oh. I know, Valorous. I know. Okay, next Meta Monday, we'll add stuff to kick. I promise you. I mean, there's not much else to do. I did the bits thing. There's other things I want to do when people follow and stuff, but we're not going to worry about that for now. We are not going to worry about that for now. Destroys the side. I guess we want member dialog if it exists. Okay. I want destroys member dialog and member dialog holder if they exist. Okie dokie. All right, and that should be good. Let's go back here, and this will give us a reference to the dialog. So var dialog equals this. Do I want to keep reference to this everywhere? Do I do it anywhere else? No, I don't need to, so we can get rid of that. Boop, 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 boop. All right, perfect. I wonder if I can even just like do this all in one line now. It's so like condensed down. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Oh, this code feels cleaner by the second. On button press. I'm gonna call this open dialog, so it's more self-documented. What else? I don't know. I guess that's about it. I'm gonna break this overwrite towards the top too. Okay. Instructor. Set read. Set ready. Set read only. Okay. And then I guess what am I gonna document this? Refreshes the text on the button to the number of elements in a param current value. Okay, and this should always be an array, so I don't know why I guess I'm checking if it's null here. Okay. If this is a new line, param current value is null. Do I wrap null in this? I think I do. But then get edited object, get edited property is used. Is there a way to wrap this in a code block somehow? I don't know how that works. What if I do that? I can do that. Okay, that works. All right, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And then opens the side dialog. Okay. What next? What's going on here, dude? I know this works. Yeah, that's right. You better get your error out of there. Okay, so we did all of that. So now I guarantee the dialog exists at all times. So I can safely use it in my undo redo system. That's technically not true though. You want to know why that's not true? Because you could turn off the plugin and it would delete the dialog, and that could cause an issue. but it still should be able to retain the undo redo properties. But the plugin variable is always guaranteed to exist. You know? So I wonder if since that is always guaranteed to exist, I can use that to track whether the dialogue exists. Do I have a reference to plugin here? I do. So I could add an object to plugin that is a global object that will always fucking exist. And then that object can maintain, and I don't have to worry about the lifetime of all these fucking little variables and shit while I'm undoing and redoing. Oh, guys, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry, but I have to use the bathroom. I don't know what to do. How do I switch this to I need a way to like show you guys that I'll be back in a bit. Okay. I need to do this as like a thing, but for now we're just gonna do it like this. With 3D mode, go here. Oh no, the names aren't accurate. Wait, what if I do like this? That's not correct. Oh no, what? Oh my goodness. I just turn off the names maybe, but then you don't know who you are. I really need to switch these to label 3Ds. I really gotta. They're relative to the main camera though, not this camera. Is there a way I can move the camera? Let's see. Oh, I really gotta use the bathroom. Can I zoom it in? Can I zoom in the camera? I can't. You just just have to handle this yourselves. Type in chat to appear. Where's that? Oh my god, why does it get worse the more you talk about the fact you gotta use the bathroom? Label 3D. Text. Be right back. Using bathroom. And then move that. Move that somewhere. This way. And then can I make it bigger? Bigger. How do I make it bigger? Font size. Ooh! Ooh! Okay. Alright, cool. Alright, sick. Sick as hell. I'll be right back. I should probably mute my mic just to be safe. Okay. Let me... Oh, we live in a world. We live in a world that's 3D. Okay. Oh my god, everyone's still here for some reason. Okay. Go back. I must go back. Do I have to change this text? I mean, it looks fine the way it is, kinda. Maybe I'll move it over a bit. Type in chat to, maybe I should keep it that big. It looks nicer that way. Type in chat to appear. Actually, I like that a lot. Who emoted? I can't see yet. Hey, Photogenic. How's it going? Oh, holy moly. Oh, that was something. Why am I hyping up my shit like that? It just, sometimes you just gotta let it out. And then, you know, it's great. Okay, anyway, back to this hell. I was having studying for the exam I paid for that is happening Monday. Oh yeah, I think you talked about that before. How's it going? You gonna have a good exam time? You gonna exam it up? Gonna examine what's happening? Evil. Did you mention what the exam was about? If you're okay with saying, you don't have to. I forgot how to do summations? Oh god, it's math. Well, oh yeah, I remember now, it's probability. Oh, fuck that. Yeah, good luck with that. Why don't you calc the probability that you're gonna pass? Anyway, why am I back in this hell? I don't want to be here. So I was gonna, so I know plugins always going to exist or something. It's something like 60% of people pass. What the fuck? Holy shit, that's not, okay, well, I guess you have to be in the top 60% of people. Look, that's only 20% first try. Okay, that's a way different statistic. I was gonna say 60% is not bad. I feel like it's gotta get good. 20%, yeesh. Is it your first try, Photogenic? Is this your first time? If so, I'm so sorry. Good luck though. I believe in you. Though. You got this. I think. I don't really know. I guess it all depends on how much you've studied. Oh. Bum 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 bum. Okay. So plugin. I don't know, man. Is plugin deleted once exit tree is called? Maybe this isn't like reliable. But then if plugin isn't reliable, what is? Nothing really. I guess I'll create a static singleton. 4 kicks for the good luck, Photogenic. They appreciate it. I know they do. Okay. Maybe like data tracking singleton. Artist singleton maybe? Wait, I could put the singleton information in here actually. What if I did static var is active, and then I would do that's a bool, and we'll set that to false, and then I'll assign that to true upon enter tree, and assign it to false on exit tree, like that. And I can use this to see if the plugin is active. So I do dialogue. So in here we'd have to do element. Element, we keep that. Root holder, we don't keep that, I think. But we do sci plugin, editor plugin dot is active. So if this is active, we do some code in here. That's going to involve the tree, maybe. But this doesn't tell me, oh my God, this still doesn't fix the problem though, which is, this would only update the tree when the dialogue's open. And open with focus on this. But we can worry about that later. We can worry about that the fuck later. By the way, if any of you can tell me why e to the x squared of a discrete uniform distribution is n to the power of 2 minus 1 divided by 12 plus a plus b divided by 2, that would be great. You know, that kind of looked like the function I was using that in that one story. Tell me why is a discrete. I don't know what any of these words mean. Photogenic. What the fuck are you saying, Jesse? Oh, I guarantee it isn't the function you use. I see. Okay then. Whatever you say. I don't know. Create dialogue. If it can't just get the dialogue though, because I know it exists because I'm inside of it right now. Plug in that dialogue dot. This means expected value of us, the square of a random value. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't know why it's like that. That 12 looks familiar though. I think I've done this before somewhere at some point. I don't know why though. Why 12? Who knows? Who knows? I need to blow my nose again. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, that random variable happens to be discrete and uniform, meaning each possible outcome has an equal probability of occurring and all the outcomes are whole numbers. What? And that random variable happens to be discrete and uniform, meaning each possible outcome has an equal probability. So that does kind of sound like it would be something I need then, because the thing I was calculating had something where there's an equal probability of all the outcomes occurring and being whole numbers or something. I don't know. Okay. Back to this hell. I don't understand why I'm doing this. Is way too hard. I need a better way to do this. I don't know. So let's separate things into two different categories. Things that need a reference to the tree and things that don't. So this line, root holder get array, does not need a reference to the tree. And it does because it's based off of elements and the tree's root. This needs reference to the tree, definitely, because it's returning a tree item. And then this doesn't. But how do I make sure that's still valid? Can I reference property control? Because what if I control Z and this dialogue is no longer assigned to that property control? So maybe instead I create a new object for this instance of undo redo that holds all the references I need it to. Well, yeah, but your formula for the expected value is EX, which is A plus B divided by 2. Huh. I see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So you're looking for the squared version of that? So you would square that, which would mean it's multiplying by itself, so it would be A plus B. Where does the N come from? Where does N come from? It'd be like this. I don't know. Damn, I'm sorry to say this might not be a very productive day, guys. Like I have what do we need a reference to, and what did we save to store in this reference? It would be property control. We need access to that. And then we need a reference to the tree. If it exists. If this version of the tree exists. But then what if it doesn't? But it will. That's the fucked up part. It will, but only if the dialogue is open for this one. And that might not be the case. That might not be the fucking case. So n is the total number of values between a and b, b minus a. What? Oh. Oh. Oh, I see. I see indeed. Where does the 12 come from? I still don't understand. But I guess you don't understand too, Photogenic. That's the issue. That is the issue. I guess I'll need a way to... That's what I'm saying! Falls back in chair. Where's the 12? Okay. I need to store a reference to property control to know whether this is the same valid property control for this. So I can't use this one. So I have this has to be distinct. There's also be its own object. Okay, it's all kind of making sense now. So it should be a dictionary, maybe? Why is it 2 terms? I don't know. I don't know. Look at undo redo. And let's do for create element hx. And this is gonna be psi undo redo create element. And that's going to be last name. Extends ref counted. There we go. I don't think I need a semicolon there, but let's add a tool. Okay. And then what? Then I do func. Where's the 12? What do you mean where's the 12? It's your formula. Your original formula was n squared minus 1 divided by 12 for the first part of it. So what are you talking about? There's a 12 clearly right there, and you can't edit your comment. It's in the stream right now, I think. Let me see. Yeah, up there, up there, over there. If you look at those comments, you can see a 12. Where's the B? There's a B? Well, yeah, but why is that 12? That's what I'm saying. That's literally what I'm saying. Oh, I don't know. I guess that's what we're here to figure out, huh? That's what I'm saying. Literally. Okay, what the hell's property? This is an editor property. Okay. So we get that. And then we have a reference to the dialogue, because why the fuck not? Side dialogue. And then we're going to pass those. I wish there was a better way to do, like, data classes like this. Why is this not work? Oh, because I typed it HX. It's... Oh my god, my hacks is coming through. GD. Okay, property. What's wrong with this? Doesn't know that I exist? No, it's fine. It's fine. And then this. And then self blah blah blah. Self dialogue. Dialogue. Okay, I don't ref count. Ref counter. And then here we shall create an instance of that. Okay, so create element equals psi undo redo create element dot new, and then we need a reference to what? Property control, which will be this, and then the dialogue, which is self. And then we need to keep this alive, so we do undo redo add do method property reference, and we need this for the undo as well, so add undo reference. When I do math, I get e x power of 2 equals... Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Which is not the same, I think. Yes. I don't know why. I don't know. Because you can't translate power of 2 between these two just because of the nature of the thing. Not declared in the current scope. It is. It is Godot. Okay, import it real fast. That's what I thought. Let me fuck up my Godot editor real fast. And then now that I come back here, I'm going to save and I'm going to get it fixed. There we go. Okay, create element. Now that I have access to create element, which also has a script. So maybe I have to have reference to script as well. So let me create that. Script. Ooh. boop. And then, var script to create script. Script to create be here. Script and self is that. Okay, and then that's all good. I feel like it would be so much easier as an integral, but then it wouldn't be discrete if it would be continuous, which is a different formula. Rah! Yeah. It'd be like that sometimes. You got this, Photogenic. I totally believe in you. I believe in you. For realsies, I swear. Elements. Okay, let's get rid of this. Now that I have this create element thing that I have a reference to, I can use this instead. So I can do create element dot script to create dot new is this var element. So all my old code will be down here, and I'll do this new code up here. And then root holder, get array, blah, 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 blah. So this is for the reference to this. Do I care about that? Do I care about the root holder data? I'm gonna do this for like 10 other types of distributions. So what exactly is that formula for? It's for probability, Valorous. It's for probability. The probability I'm gonna cry from all this math, all this thinking. Var object, object var object property is a string. Okay. And then all this should be safe to store, I think, because object is always going to exist, and if we're control zing at that area, then object property is just a string, so that should be fine. Dialog is always going to exist. Script should always exist. Editor property might not exist. So what do I do about that? I don't know. Bum, ba, bum. Say you pick one of 10 items out of a bag. Each item is given 1 through 10 points. What is the expected amount of points you get by drawing 1? Oh, interesting. What's the expected amount of points you get by drawing 1? I don't know. 5? That's in the middle. 5.5 you start at 1, so it'd be like, oh, 5. Yeah, I said 5. I wasn't gonna say anything else. Just 5. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It'd have to be 10 not inclusive. So 1 through 9, so therefore 5 is in the exact middle. Actually. That could be wrong. I don't know. Boom. No. Uh-oh. Oh, no. You hate to see it. Boom. It's 4.5. Wait! 4.5. So it's 4.5 from 1 through 10 inclusive, is what you mean. So would it be 5 but it's 1 if it's 1 through 9? Let's go to your formula. Your formula is A plus B divided by 2, right? So 9 plus 1 would be 10, divided by 2 would be 5. So I was correct! It'd be 4 if it's 1-9. Wait, what? Because wouldn't that be 1 is A, 9 is B, so 1 plus 9 is 10, divided by 2 is 5? Right? Oh, Photogenic. I don't know if your probability thing is going to go well. Oh, Photogenic, no! No! You see, I learned all that through game development because I had to think about that a lot when it comes to like making probabilities and shit. I just know it inherently with my brain that 1 to 10 is like a little off. So 1 to 10 would be 5.5, right? Instead of 4.5. You should take the example for me. That's all I know. I wouldn't know anything beyond. No. You have fun with that exam. I ain't gonna do that. I'm fighting my own fight right now, which is this hell of an undo redo system. You know, people aren't going to appreciate it. People aren't going to appreciate the undo redo power I've put into this. Because, like, oh, this is going to be on the node. So the only thing I can reliably rely on existing is the node, which is represented by object. Now, sir, curveball for you. What if you take out 2 items without replacement? What's the expected value? Just 2 random items? I don't know. If we're talking about 1 through 10, I feel like the obvious thing would be make it 1 through 8, which would then, instead of being 5.5, be 4.5. But I feel like that's wrong because there's something about the distribution of when you're, like, what 2 items are removed. Because you remove 1, which is a 1 out of 10, and then the second one's a 1 out of 9. So that probably has some fucky weirdy shit with how it's calculated, but I don't know. I don't know. Like the first one is going to remove 1, and the second one's going to remove 0.9. So would it be 4. So if we're thinking of it in terms of that way, would it be like the total is like you take away 1.9 something, I don't know. I'm going to guess instead of going down by 1, it goes down by half of 1.9. So that would be 0.5 plus 0.45, so 0.95. So that would be 4.55 is my guess. That is my guess. Not even close. No! But could you imagine if that was correct, though? Could you imagine if I just fucking pulled out some logic out my ass and that was correct? Could you imagine? Not even close. Oh, you hate to see it. Okay. Damn. To do a simplified version, it changes our range from 1 to 10 to 3 to 19. Oh. I see. Kind of. 3 to 19, so then it'd be 19, 20, 21 divided by 2, which would be what? 19, 20. Wait a second. Oh, photogenic. I fucking in my head I had the wrong. I fucking was thinking about this completely wrong. I don't know why I thought of this. I thought you meant if you take 2 items out, it would discard those items. We don't care about them, and then you take out a 3rd item. That's what I was thinking about. Ah, fuck. I could have gotten that right if I was thinking. Oh no, I wasn't thinking about it correctly. That makes total sense. I could have logicked that. I could not. Oh no. Oh shit. I don't know why I had that thought. That makes way more sense. It's like a step up from that. Damn. Well then, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. See, this is why people just refresh the entire state when they do this, because that would be way easier than trying to do this hyper optimal undo redo system I'm trying to think of right now. Oh shit, this is so hard. Oh my god, this is so fucking difficult. Holy hell. Holy fucking hell. Yeah, it is. I'm actually doing this way too complicated. You can use a separate formula for it, just merge events. No, hyper optimal is the way to describe this, because what you could do is have it so. Okay, is this even gonna work, or do I have like broken code right now? I have broken code right now, so this won't work. I can't even like demonstrate what I'm talking about. Non-existent function, create dialog if exists in base nil. Oh, huh? Why is that base nil? Okay, whatever. Can I comment this out? But basically, if you have like a list of things in a UI, you can store an undo redo system by like saving the state of the entire list every single time you do something, or you can just save this, like the previous index and the new index of what you moved. Now, the previous one's really easy because you just save the entire state of everything every time you change something. So you don't have to worry about fucking it up because everything is stored in that state when you go to the previous undo. But if you like move something and just store that where something was before and where it was after, then you have this way more complicated mesh of having to figure things out. But I think that's the correct way to do things. Unfortunately, like tragically, that's actually what I need to do. This is me teaching surd probability. Because I'm probably gonna go insane. Okay, let me respond to this. I can go longer. But I believe you something. Okay. All right. He broke it. This is hard. Oh, Janik, this is hard. I don't want to do an undo redo system. Why did I sign up for this? This would be done if I didn't just implement our like undo redo. This hard. Why did I do this to myself? You wanted to do it? Ah! I don't need undo redo. What if I just what if I just have my own undo redo when the dialogue's open? And then once I close the dialogue, it resets all the undo redo. Would that be good? You think people would be okay with that? That would actually make a lot of sense. That would actually work a lot because you would close the dialogue and then all that data, that undo redo information would be stored on the next level. The issue is the dialogue isn't exclusive. The dialogue isn't fucking exclusive. That's the fucking issue. Is that people can use undo redo on the editor below it while it's open. And so that causes a problem where I have to account for that. And if I don't, everything's gonna go to shit. And the other issue is I have to account for the fact that properties are a part of the system. So if I modify properties, which I don't control in my undo redo system, they're gonna be on a different stack, which is gonna feel unintuitive. This happy music playing while I'm fucking dying. This is not an on-stream activity. Now that I'm realizing because I need to be quiet and think about this carefully. So, yeah, and it's getting kind of late, so I think it's about time I call it a day for today. Thank you all for stopping by, but I think it's enough. I think it's enough development for today, even though I basically did nothing at all. Nothing in the world. Anyway, here's the raid message, and here's the not subscriber raid message. Thank you all for stopping by, though. Thank you to Bread, Photogenic, especially Valorous. Hell yeah, love to see it. Moonside was here earlier, and so is Shrill Duck. Tony dropped in here for a bit, and someone named Chilling Trends. Oh, that was the fucking bot. Never mind. Fuck the bot. I'm sorry, everyone. I got things to do today. Tomorrow should be way better. I should be able to do a lot of stuff tomorrow. And tomorrow I won't work on this. I'll work on the actual game. Because, or at least I'll hopefully have a better way to handle this redoing stuff. So I need to, I don't know. I need to just think of a way I can, like, invalidate the state somehow, maybe. Some way to check where the dialogue is active or not. This is really tough. This is really, really tough. Any 3D makers? Probably not, right? What's the chance of that? Vampire Space Game? Ooh. Okay. I don't know what this is, but let's click on this. Apparently making a Vampire Space Game. I'm starting the raid. Thank you all for coming in. Sad that you're ending. Well, I'm sorry, Bread. I'm sorry. I have 9 viewers ready to raid. God damn. All right, let's go, everyone. Thank you so much again. Raid now. Is it gonna raid me through this or what's happening? I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna stop streaming though. Good luck, everyone. I'm assuming they got raided, right? I never closed the window before. So, fuck. What the hell? Oh, fuck, did it not? Well, I'm just